Hey, how are you? Let me make sure. Let me see if they are watching the TV. Hey, Paris. How are y'all? My freaking tablet looks weird today. It doesn't have like the regular chat. It looks like this. I can't like make it smaller. I don't know why it's doing that. I like used to could do it where I would have the chat box underneath the bottom, but now I gotta look at my head. Fucking damn it. Did y'all have a good day? I'm doing free yes or no questions if y'all don't want a mini reading. Me too, Paris. Amen. Hey, Claudia. There's Lucky Girl. Yep, I'm glad it's Friday. If anybody wants a yes or no question for free or an oracle card, I'll give it to you. I came on here earlier today, y'all. I'm actually here like, it's only 6:49. That's pretty dang early. But it's already dark outside, so it feels like I'm on here at the regular time. You been watching any Appalachian stories, Claudia? Oh, let me make sure I got it to all messages, because if I don't, it'll like filter out some of them. Yep. And I don't want to do that. Then y'all gonna think I'm trying to ignore you. And let me do it on here too. Okay. All right, you welcome. You said, will the next few days go well with the Libra? Let's see. Okay, Lucky. Lucky's a busy bee. Will the next few days go well with the Libra? For Claudia. Will the next few days go well with the Libra? Four of Swords reversed. Ace of Pentacles. I don't see it going bad, but I'm not sure if there's like the next few days. I know is the weekend, but if there's like something that this person is busy doing or something you're busy doing, that's going to make it where y'all don't get to communicate a whole lot. Four of Swords reversed is like a lot of things going on, either on your side or their side. So therefore the Page of Wands is reversed. So Ace of Pentacles, I don't see it being bad, but I see like there may be like things that you have to commit your time to elsewhere, or the Libra possibly. One or the other. You welcome. You welcome. I saw Mark was live earlier. when I was at work. He was having some of his extended family done made him mad. Thank you, Claudia. You want some oracle cards? You can ask a question. I'm not picky, Claudia. I put $10, but if you want to ask another question, you can. I promise I don't mind. Okay, well, if you need one, I don't mind giving it to you. Okay, good. You have to let me know if it works out like that. Thank you. Can y'all believe it's going to be Christmas in like 5 weeks? Maybe 6 weeks. Maybe I'm adding a little bit too much time, but I just feel like I'm not ready. I put my tree up early, way too early. But I was like, I need some joy in my life. So we went ahead and put the tree up. Hey, Axe Girl. I don't know how to say your name exactly, so that's why I'm calling you Axe Girl. I don't like the way this dang chat looks. I wonder if I do it this way, will it change it? Nope. It's making me see my whole head on here. I must have done the settings different or something this time. I've been thinking about starting back doing the sign readings. You gonna put yours up, Paris? You want me to show you my tree? I have, like, my vibe of my Christmas tree is kind of like maybe like the 90s and early 2000s, because all my ornaments are like old. Hey, Tubi, I'm gonna show you my tree, Paris. Don't look at my dirty house, but I'm gonna show you my tree. Let's see. We got to cut the light off so you can see it. Okay, you ready? Hold on. How the hell do I do this? There, my tree. I showed it to Miss Bikini the other night. Oh, here's my little Christmas tree pillows. I'll see if y'all can see them. I got them on my couch. Y'all remember the Christmas tree meme? That's the year I bought those pillows, and I have like a matching blanket. The guy was like, his mom was buying him all these decorations for his house, and he's like, everything had a little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. That's where we got the idea for that. A little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. Thank you. See, there's your motivation, Paris, to put up your tree. You said it seems like something big is happening in November, Tubi? I don't know. I know that the world is going to hell in a handbasket. I just try not to watch the news, and that keeps me sane. I don't know if y'all feel the same way or not. It's crazy. They always got something on there that incites like worry or fear. Oh, shit. Whoops. Un momento. Whoops. Hold on. We got to fix it. I got this thing half hung up here. Apparently Spirit is saying, Marley, why are you going live today? It's not a good day to go live. I guess that's going to hold. I don't know. I'm scared it's going to fall back off. Paris said, ouch, my head. Lord. I knocked y'all the F out. Let's see if that's going to hold. Maybe it will. Oh, boy. Perfectly imperfect, I agree. Just don't watch it. Because if there's anything on there that makes you sad or fearful, you don't have any direct control over what they put on there. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Just focus on your daily life, you know? Because it seems like it's almost like on purpose, the way they word things and everything to make you sad, mad, worried, angry, doubtful, giving you like no hope for the future. Like, why don't they this is what I always think about the news, like, why don't they report the good things too? Like, if you're gonna report the negative stuff, fine, but you like bees, if you're gonna report the negative things, fine, but report the good things too. How's the planet improving in any way? There has to be some good stuff too. Exactly. They do know what they're doing, because we all create our reality whether we realize it or not. And that sounds so cliche because people say it all the time, but it's true. And it starts inside of us. So what we think and what we feel. One's electric, one's magnetic. Electromagnetic field around you attracts things to you based on the frequency. And you don't even have to say frequency, because that's too woo-woo for me. Based on the speed you're vibrating at, that's what can come into your world. So if you're vibrating, no judgment, but if you're vibrating at the speed of, fear, then you are going to attract experiences that complement the fear. If you're vibrating at the speed of joy, then you're going to attract stuff that complements joy. And it's like, I used to think that it was just like a good thing, good vibration or bad, but it's not really, because the universe just says, yes, that's true. Whatever it is you're vibrating at, whatever frequency you got going on, yes, that's true for you. And we're all different, all however many billion of us there are, we're all vibrating at our own frequency. So for us, that is true, whatever it is. And that's why some people will say things like, all men are cheaters. Well, actually, in their world is true, because they're vibrating at a frequency that complements men being cheaters in their reality. Or all women are gold diggers. Well, that really is true for them. Y'all know, y'all already get it. If you're watching somebody flip tarot cards, you probably already get it. It's like the news or the media tries to steal away our attention and our focus so that we can create what they're wanting us to create, which seems to be pretty bad, because all they do is pump us full of doubt and fear and worry. Every day, every day. And I do think the one good thing about like the last few years is that there's more people waking up than ever before to the truth. All right, Tubi, you can have an oracle card. You can have oracle cards, or you can ask a yes or no question for free. Whichever one you want, just let me know. Whichever one. Hey, Elvania. I'm terrible at saying y'all's names. How are you doing? Tubi. Should I be confused or not confused about my life now? Well, whatever comes out, no matter what it is. Well, thank you, Axe Girl. All right, Elvania, you'll be next, baby. No matter what comes out, Tubi, if you are confused and you have a choice on something, pick a path and start walking. That's how the universe starts to work in your life. Should you be confused? It's possible because you feel like you're in a period of like waiting and not a lot of movement in some area of your life. And it's requiring you to have patience and allow it to unfold in some way. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands reversed. But like I said, if you are feeling confused, then pick a path and start walking. Because anytime you have a choice to do something and you want to know what is the right, quote unquote, decision, there really is no right or wrong. As long as you pick a path and start moving in a direction, then you can get breadcrumbs throughout the path. But when you haven't chosen and you're in like the 2 of Wands, you know, you're kind of held up in this stagnant energy, it's hard for the universe to really get through to you because there's no movement, there's no flow. So just remember, if you are confused and there's like 2 options or multiple options, even if it's more than 2, pick a path and start walking. Just remember that one piece of advice over the next couple months, and that will make sense. I feel like you just pick a path and start walking, and don't put too much importance on which one it is. Because if you're allowed to do it, then that means that's in your vibrational range. If you weren't in range for that and there wasn't something for you to learn that way on that choice, you wouldn't even be physically able to choose it. Merry early Christmas to you. All right. Does AMR have any interest in me? Does AMR have any interest in Elvania? Does AMR have any interest in Elvania? Does AMR have any interest in Elvania? Well, they got the 2 of Cups, so they do have some interest in you, but also the 6 of Pentacles reversed came out. So not necessarily just with you, but this person is prone to be someone who likes to allow the other person to do most of the work. So it ends up being off balance in some way. when I say the work, it could mean the effort, the communication, who sets up the dates, if you decided to date, some sort of imbalance in the willingness to put the work into a connection. They do have interest, but be mindful the Six of Pentacles reverse came out. So don't let this person take advantage of you in any way when it comes to your energy, where you're giving more than them, you know? Give them a fair shot, but don't be naive. You welcome, Elvania. Hey, LZ. All right, you want a general card? All right, let's see. I don't know why this keeps... A general card for L to the Z. It feels like it's 15 o'clock. And it's 7:08. Hey, Sam. A general card for L to the Z. Hey, Cecilia. How are you, baby? I feel like you're going to be putting a lot of energy into your work. The Eight of Pentacles came out at the bottom. But also, Spirit is saying that some energy outside of you, whether this is a coworker, an acquaintance, a friend, someone outside of you, it don't necessarily have to be romantic, but the Three of Cups reversed, it's like there's advice here to pick your battles with someone outside of you so that it doesn't cause you like worries and fears and anxieties, because the Nine of Swords is here. So there's like an anxiety, worry, doubt, fear, something along those lines that you could easily like get into that state by interacting with another person that you could make the choice to possibly avoid giving too much energy to, and then it might basically help you when it comes to avoiding the doubt and fear and worry. Like you could make that free will choice and you wouldn't have to deal with that, you know, thinking, worry, even possibly like not being able to sleep good dealing with whoever this is. So this person could be kind of like petty or difficult to deal with. But one thing that seems positive is that you'll be getting a lot done in something to do with your work. If it's not specifically your work, it could even be at home, but it's work related, like doing things like your responsibilities and tasks that you need to get completed. Like you'll get lost in them and get a lot done, kind of like you're in the flow. Oh, let me see what you said. Sam, you'll be next, baby. Could be the new Scorpio that ghosted me. So if it is that person, because the Three of Cups is reversed, Spirit is saying, don't try to do a whole lot to change the situation, because then it's just going to cause you more hurt or worry than good. It's going to do you more harm than good with the Nine of Swords, because that's not a fun energy to get into. So just kind of let it be where it is, or let it be split up from you. Let the person ghost you. It still could bother you, but it's going to bother you worse if you try to change it by taking action towards it right now. I'll put it that way. All right. Sam says, does ATZ have romantic feelings for me? Does ATZ have romantic feelings for Sam? I've been there, LZ. I still do it sometimes. If I start having stuff going on in my life I'm trying to cope with, I'll just get lost in my work. You very welcome. Does ATZ have romantic feelings for Sam? They don't know. They're back and forth. That's why I say they don't know. The Two of Pentacles is here, back and forth about it. So at times they feel like they do, and then they're back and forth. So it's not a yes or a no, which is very annoying whenever we ask a yes or no in the Two of Pentacles. They don't know what they want. Chariot reversed, High Priestess reversed, Seven of Wands. They're very guarded and they're back and forth. So this feels like, even if it's not exactly this, but it just feels like they have leftover baggage from something they haven't moved on from with the Chariot reversed. So therefore, when it comes to what they think about you, they're back and forth because they're still hung up on some kind of pain or something that hurt them in the past. So it has them very guarded with the Seven of Wands. So back and forth energy. I don't know why this thing keeps going to top messages. That's so annoying. I want it to be able to see everything. You're welcome, Sam. I'm going to get my other phone so I can put my music in my earbuds, y'all. If you have a question, just post it in the thing. Okay. All right. Treff. I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to call you T. Hey, Haifa. All right, Treff, let's see. So first of all, what you're asking me about is something that is just a state of being, right? So think about what is the state of being. And a state of being is just the thoughts and emotions of a situation. So the state of being of someone that has courage to commit to someone in love, what thoughts would they think? So think about that over the next few days and come up with a simple thought that you would think if you were a person who was courageous and willing to commit to someone. And let's pretend the thought would be, it's so easy to commit to my person. That doesn't have to be it, but let's pretend that is it. So then you just start looping that in your brain over and over. And slowly but surely, it might take some months. You'll rewrite the chemistry of your brain. And then you'll start to develop courage. You'll start to believe it. Because a belief is just a thought that you're thinking over and over. So if you feel like you're in the state of no courage right now and unwilling to commit with cold feet, then you want to start to manually rewrite your brain to a new state. pretend there's 50 states, like the United States has 50 states, but really there's unlimited states. There's infinite states. But the one you're in is California, right? And it's the one that has cold feet, doesn't like the idea of commitment, gets scared about it, no courage. And the one over here in Florida, that's the one with all the thoughts around thinking of yourself in a courageous way, knowing that you're willing to commit when you see that person that deserves your commitment, seeing yourself as valuable, not settling. So you just start simple with one little affirmation or one little thought. You're already thinking all day anyway. So you're just going to cherry pick a thought that is like a person that's going to be in the state of being courageous, and commitment is easy. You can even say commitment is so easy for me. Commitment is so naturally easy for me. Anything like that, right? So you're just cherry picking your thoughts. So you're taking control back of your state. And it's going to feel weird at first because it's the opposite of what you're currently been thinking. So it's going to feel strange, and you just got to keep doing it. But I'll still ask your question, but it's possible to change your state is all I mean. All right. Yes or no for T? Devil reversed. Page of Swords. So this is your new thought pattern. This is the Page of Swords, and a sword is just a thought, right? So this is your new thought you're going to think, and you're going to break that cycle. So if you literally use the advice I just gave you and you actually put it to work over the next year, you decide that's what you want to become, and you think those thoughts enough times to rewrite your brain, you're going to make a new program for your brain. There's your Page of Swords. You pick your thought, your affirmation, and you loop it in your brain. When you're bored, when you're just washing dishes, start to loop it in your brain. Taking a shower, loop it in your brain. You're vacuuming the floor, loop it in your brain. You're cleaning your car out, loop it in your brain. You're driving, whatever that doesn't take much brain power. Start to loop it in your brain. And your brain is going to argue with you at first. If your brain starts to say, this is dumb, why are you doing this? This ain't going to make no difference. That's just your ego trying to keep you like safe. So just say, shut up, I'm going to do it anyway. That's your thoughts arguing with themselves. Yes, I know I'm nuts to say that out loud, but y'all know the vibe. Whenever you want to do something different or change something about yourself, you always argue with yourself when you are incorporating any new habit. So the answer is yes, if you choose to change the way you're thinking. Yes. All right, Haifa. Well, that's all you got to do, T. It takes a little time, but don't worry about that, because at the end of the day, what do you have to lose, right? You can do it. It's not always easy, but it is simple. I'll put it that way. So let's say that you start to do it, right? And it's been 2 weeks and you've been doing so good, and then you fall off for a couple days. Well, don't beat yourself up. Just get back up and keep going. And you just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And before, a few months pass, one day you're going to like be sitting there and you're going to be like, wait a minute. That thought has been running in my brain without me forcing it. And you know what that means? You've rewritten your brain. You've changed the program. You've manually rewritten the code of your brain. You can. You just have to not give up. Like, let's say you do it for 3 months straight and you don't see any difference in the way you're thinking. Well, the answer is keep persisting. Just keep doing it. And just don't give up. No matter how long it takes, just keep doing it. And you will, and then once you ever do it that first time, that's proof that you know it works, right? So then you can pick another thing that you want to change about your state or the habits that you have. And then you'll start to do it over and over. And it might still be rough, but you'll make that second breakthrough. And then it starts to get fun and a little bit addictive because you know that you're not stuck with the situation you're currently in because you can change it through thinking different thoughts. And you can. Anyone on the whole planet can. They just have to take back their power and not give up on changing it. All right. Does W love Haifa? You are welcome. You have to keep me updated, okay? You got this. You just got to decide. That's the first step. You decide and just keep doing it. And if you want to have some fun with it to start with, don't pick something that feels so big, right? Pick something simple like, I'm going to start seeing pink elephants everywhere. I'm going to see them everywhere. Pink elephants are going to be all around me. They're my favorite thing in the world. And you start affirming that, and you'll start to see random pink elephants. You'll see them on stickers or a shirt, or it'll start to freak you out a little bit, but it proves your power to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to start little or simple, do something that doesn't matter that much just so you can prove to yourself that this works. Blue butterflies. You know, something random that's just something that would mean to you that your new way of thinking is working. It's scientific. It's not just spiritual, you know. It's like this filtering system in your brain. It's called your RAS, your reticular activating system. But the easy thing to do is say it's an RAS. There you go. 4-leaf clovers. That's perfect. Before you know it, you'll be seeing them everywhere. You'll literally be like watching a cartoon and you'll see it pop up. But that filtering system in your brain, it changes based on your thinking. But it doesn't change in just, a day, because you've been thinking on autopilot probably your whole life, or most of it. All of us do. But when you start to choose different thoughts, it's going to create different outcomes because you're going to notice new things. And like with the courage thing, if you think it enough, you're going to start to see evidence of it in your reality of how you had courage. And then that's going to reinforce the belief that it's possible for you. And then you won't even have to make yourself think that anymore. It'll just be automatic, just like everything else that's already automatic. You're taking your power back. And we can all do it, but it's inner work. It's like what I call inner work. It's not easy. It's like mental gymnastics, It's like you're going to the mental gym. You're thinking new thoughts. And some people will say, well, I tried affirmations and they didn't work. And they might have tried them for 3 days. Well, think of it this way. If you are 700 pounds and you eat salad for a week straight and you don't see any change in your appearance, well, that makes sense because you've got to change your whole way of eating and your exercise for a good amount of time, right, to see actual results. So most people give up before they give it a chance to work. So even if it doesn't work or you can't perceive the difference in the beginning, it's still working. It just takes a little time. And don't give up before you give it a fair shot, Val. You're welcome, T. All right. Haifa, does W love you? Lucky said, I'm back. This is not love cards, but this is like having trouble move past something. So this is sword energy, so they're not showing me emotions. I feel like they're in their head more than anything. If nothing has happened between you and them, then they're not really thinking of you. They're thinking about this thing that they can't move on from that did not work in their favor. But if you and them have had issues or been off and on in any way, they're focused on that. So they're not really focused on feeling love and emotions. They're in their head more than anything. So that doesn't necessarily mean they don't love you, but it means that what's taking up space with their energy more than anything is Justice reverse, Six of Swords reverse, something that is mental. And even the Seven of Swords is here. So I don't know. I feel like this person could manipulate you or anybody that's in their world to like get the best end of the deal kind of thing. So I'd be careful with this person. That's the kind of person that would love you to get a certain result. You know what I'm saying? All right, you're welcome. All right, Cecilia, I have a test this Monday. Will I do well? Hey, Dan the man. I was early today, wasn't I? All right, will Cecilia do well on her test? Did y'all get your glasses today? As long as you put in the effort to prepare for it in the way that you have control over, Justice, then yes. But the Two of Wands came out. So that Two of Wands is saying that you could get in your own way because you're very like on edge about it with the Temperance reversed. But it doesn't mean you're going to do bad. If you can prepare for it in whatever way that you have control over, then you will do fine. Just try to calm down about it because I feel like you're like worried about getting in your own way in a sense. But as long as you do what you can, Justice in the upright, just do what you can and try to be calm about it. I feel like you'll be fine. Uh-oh, you said oh no, so you didn't get the glasses. Oh, damn it. Maybe y'all can get them tomorrow? I hope she feels better. All right. Does Alejandro still think of S? Does Alejandro still think of S? Hey, Emmy. Will you text Phil because she sent me a message that asked if you had a game and just tell her that you don't have a game but that will be up there whenever she gets off work? Sure. All right. What was the good news, Dan? You know stuff be going over my head. We didn't need the eye chart and we got charged $49.90. Oh no! They charged you for missing the appointment when it was something that you couldn't help. Those assholes. Yes, they do still think of you. Alejandro still thinks of you. Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles with the Hierophant card at the bottom. So yes. That's no good. They charged you money for missing it when you didn't even have control over it. All right. I'm cleansing myself of childhood emotions. Am I on the right path to healing? The best way, in my opinion, to do that, you're welcome, S. The best way, in my opinion, to do that, when you say you're cleansing yourself of childhood emotions, this is just my opinion, and you can just like throw it by the wayside if it's not helpful for you. But what's helped me the most is to say, I'm going to work on being grateful for whatever happened in my childhood, no matter if it was good or bad, no matter if it made me feel good or bad, because I know it helped me become who I am today, and I'm going to use who I am today to become the best version of myself. And if you can manage to feel gratefulness for all the bullshit in your past, then it'll help you move past it in a way like just acknowledge your story, but don't sit in it too much is all I'm saying. Because even me, like, we can get caught up in thinking we need to fix ourselves, but actually we just need to get in a new state. And a new state is just new thoughts and emotions. And the way we start that process is by choosing new thoughts. We can pick a simple one. Everything in my life is perfect. Just start to affirm that every day. So then you know you're on the right path because you're moving from the state of needing to fix yourself or heal and move over to, I'm going to start to choose that all of that happened for a reason. I'm grateful for it because it got me to where I am today, and I'm breathing and I'm moving forward. And I'm going to a new state, and this new state is everything in my life is perfect. Does that mean everything's always going to be perfect? Probably not, but it'll pull you out of that state of needing to fix something, you know. Hey, Marky. Dan said the spam ain't no new kind of breakfast. Y'all are funny. All right, S, I'm doing your question, baby. Are you on the right path to healing? You're fine, Val. I just thought that was a funny joke. Okay, so you are on the right path to healing. The Tower card came out. Some people are scared of this card. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm like, oh, cool. You know, because this is, the Tower does not come in and ruin good things. That's where people, I don't know why they get scared of the Tower, because honestly, the Tower's a blessing. The Tower only gets evoked, you know, when things are not on a good foundation. So just like Marky, he has hurricanes where he lives all the time, right? If his house was built shitty, then every time that hurricane or tower came in, he'd have to get a new house. But his house is like 10-foot thick concrete, so it stands the storm, right? It withstands the wind. It withstands all the damaging wind and hail and rain and whatever. And at the end of it all, they might have a few blown limbs or power may go out, but at the end of the day, it gets restored back to its original state. Why? Because it was built on a firm foundation. So when you say you're on the right path to healing, I feel like things may be taken out of your life, people, places, and things with the Tower energy and the Four of Wands. There may be doors metaphorical doors that are slammed shut in your world. And it may not feel good in the moment. And you may think, I started working on myself and it felt like I was making progress, but shit out here started to fall apart. Well, actually, what's happening is you're changing your radio station. You're changing your frequency. So things out here that no longer match where you're going are being pulled away, right? That's all it is. So yes, to answer your question, yes. But is it fun? Not really. Probably not. It's pretty rough sometimes. But it works out good in the end, you know. All right. Val says, is M.A. attracted to his friend L romantically as a woman or just an innocent friendship from his side? Okay. So he's got a friend that's a woman. You welcome. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. I'm going to call you S. Is M.A. attracted to his friend Lorena? Lucky say Marky Mark in the house. Is he attracted to Lorena, his friend? No. I was trying to get like more about it because the Seven of Pentacles came out and I'm like, well, what else? And then he got the Page of Pentacles reversed. I feel like these two people, they bond on shitty experiences they have in common with the Three of Swords and the Page of Pentacles reversed. Even the Ace of Cups is reversed. So I feel like the thing they have in common is something about each other's past people or experiences they've had. Like they talk about that. They bond over that in some way. Have to be careful with that when you bond over something to do with that. But yeah, I feel like that's the thing they have in common is maybe someone did them a certain way. Example could be they both got cheated on by 3 people in a row, so they bond and talk over it. It's that kind of energy. So I don't think it's a romantic thing. My two bus is stone sour. I'm trying to read y'all's messages. This freaking phone, I mean, this tablet has done something different today where I got to look at my big head and it don't have the chat box. Y'all see this bullshit? And then it makes like, I don't know. I don't like it. I like the chat box thing. So apparently I did something with the settings and messed it up. Like, damn it. Fucking damn it. So if I missed anybody, you can repost. Because it went up too fast. I don't know. Did you text her, Emmy?
Mm-mm.
Why?
I'm in the shower. Can I use this as my rag?
I don't have any clean rags.
There's one in the shower that I used yesterday and I don't want to reuse it.
Let me go. Bring me a towel and a scissors. And because that's a dishcloth thing.
Okay.
Bring me a towel and a scissors. A bath towel. We have to make rags around here when someone named Marley didn't wash the rags, okay? We're about to make a homemade rag. We call it being ingenuitive. Is that the right word? Doing what you can with what you got. Because all your rags are dirty. I probably ain't washed none in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Mhm.
So you take the clean towel.
Please don't get what you're talking for them.
Okay, I'm hurrying. I keep this one out so I can make me one.
Okay, because I have.
And then I'll wash some
Because I was
tomorrow.
about to use this one, but I was like, I can't use a dirty rag. I've done it before, but begrudgingly.
It's okay, I got you. See? Rag! Let me keep this out so I can make me one.
Okay, you want me to bring it to you?
I got it.
Okay. Huh?
No, I didn't have any clean rags, Dan. So I cut her a rag off of this towel. I made her a rag. Marky said, help me, Lord. How do I find these people? So I have to wash some tomorrow. Emily went in there and was in the kitchen, like in the drawer where all the dish towels are. And she brought a dish towel out, like a big dish towel that you dry dishes with. She's like, can I use this? I'm like, I'll cut you one. That'll be better than that. What the hell? Ours comes on Tuesday, like early in the morning. I try to either do it like Monday night to make sure that it's out there, or just right when I take Emily to school, make sure it's out there in the morning. Yeah, they must be behind. That's crazy. 8:30 at night. Our trash people, now they have this thing on the truck that picks up the can and dumps it in there. I don't know how long they've had it, but recently it's been like so rough on the can that it be knocking my wheel off. And y'all, that don't sound like a big deal, but it only has 2 wheels, right? It's like the big green can that everyone has. Some people's are blue or whatever, but they're all the same size with the 2 wheels pretty much. And like they'll knock the wheel off, throw it back on the ground, and your trash can is laying out there, so you go to get it. How you gonna roll your can back with 1 wheel? So I always call the people, and then within the next day or so, they'll come and either bring me another one or fix it. But it's like they let the whole wheel come. I don't know how, because it's like 2 wheels with a metal bar. I'm like, whoa. I do good with it with 1 wheel if it don't have stuff in it. But if I got it packed full, because y'all know I probably packed it too full, yes. Jesus. How do they not know they broke the wheel off of it? The driver's going through a divorce. Yeah, he's taking his anger out on my can. I've had to get like them to fix it 3 times total. No, they do not care. Like they do not care. It's usually like laying down after they do it anyway. I don't mind that if it's got the wheels on it still. But I feel like it was better when they had a person do it. I know that it's probably more like rough on the person who has to do it. But damn, that little arm thing on the truck is just too much for me. They must put it in high gear or something trying to hurry. Dan said somebody would have duct taped that sucker to their boat. Dan, that sounds like where I live too. We're fond of duct tape in these parts. I'll tell y'all a story. When Emily, it was her 6th birthday, okay? And she was real girly when she was that age. You know how they like the Disney princesses and all that stuff. So they're just real girly is my point. Well, she had a Skate Town birthday party. And she wanted a scooter for her birthday. The little thing that it don't, not the motorized one. You just like push your foot and stand on it and let it roll, you know? It's got the little handles. Well, we found one, but it was like a plain boy one. So her dad and me got us some hot pink duct tape. And we wrapped duct tape around the whole scooter. And then she had a hot pink scooter for her birthday, and she didn't even care. Temu ass trash truck. That Temu ass trash truck or my Temu ass one. That's some good parenting, ain't it, Dan? She was happy, so I mean, whatever works. Y'all done got me tripping on Temu every day now, even in my real life. In my daily life, if something goes bad, I'll be like, that Temu ass, whatever. My new saying. I don't even know how y'all started the Temu thing. Jesus Lord. Hey Mark, why don't you do and you ain't even got to tell me if you don't feel like it. I can ask you when you're live, but why don't you do the general sign videos anymore? I was thinking about doing them again. Maybe not live, maybe just pre-record them or something. Just to put something different on my channel. I was just wondering what's the downside of it. I used to do them years ago because I needed a certain amount of watch hours and all that to be able to go live. So all I could do was the pre-recorded videos, right? So it's pretty much all I knew to do was sign videos. Dumb in they chart. What's your rising sign? Your rising sign, your moon is in dumb. They got a stellium in dumb. Oh my God. Now my eyeball's itching. Your Venus is in dumbass. Your rising is dipshit. I don't do it no more because people would complain in the comments or try to make the reading theirs. I was wondering what the deal is, like, because I can't remember. It's been so long ago since I done them. They're probably gonna comment some bullshit in there if I do it. I might do it, I may not. I was contemplating it just to do it for like romance, like maybe do it as if you're in separation, Aries, or if you're having trouble with your person, Taurus, like that. He did a whole half hour just on Leo, Marley. He was tripping on Leos. I did hear him tripping the other. Was that today with Rich Lop and the Leo King? That shit was so funny. I watched that little internet drama go down online. That was funny. Because them two personalities, like the Leo King, he's out there. I even tried to, like a long time ago, join his, I wanted to learn astrology, right? I understand, Dan. It's still funny. But I wanted to learn astrology. This was really years ago, so I didn't know enough about the community to know who was crazy as hell or nothing. And then Leo King popped up. And so I'm like, oh, he has this school or whatever you call it, where he could teach me astrology. So I only paid for it for 1 month, and that's all I needed to know. He was like, nothing he says is like English. Like I could do what he does. He doesn't say anything of substance to help you. Even if what he says is true, it's like he's speaking another language or something. Like I don't even get it. Uranus is beating the hell out of Pluto, and it's conjoining with Venus and Taurus, and we're all going to hell in a handbasket. That's literally the kind of shit he says. I don't know. And he yells. Hey, Matt. Yeah, it's like he talks like someone who's on some kind of drug, like jargon or something. I like Steve Judd, and I just recently started watching him when y'all told me about him. I listened to his videos. He's a lot more grounded. He actually says things. And another one that he's okay. I just listen to him like if I want to hear something in my earbuds. His name is Cam White. Now, I'm not saying I listen to every single word, but he does at least say like, okay, Monday is going to be a full moon and tensions could be high. So be mindful that you don't easily get into an argument. To me, that's helpful advice. You know, that makes sense is what I'm saying. At least say something that makes sense. He makes me feel like my IQ must be low when I watch the Leo King. Like I feel like a trigonometry teacher gone wrong or something. And apparently he has people that relate to him because he has like a little app you can download and all this, but I just can't follow him. My brain just can't wrap around it. I can't. And I tried too. I tried. Hey, Bia. Every time I see Bia, it makes me want to sing that song from high school, but I'm a hold back. Should I cut ties with H? He's a member of the family. Why you looking like a Bia? Why you acting like a Bia? Alright, should you cut ties with H? If somebody's causing you trouble, just because they're family don't mean you got to give them access to your life. They looking like they hating, bitch. Just because they're your family does not mean they have the right to give you trouble, you know? It doesn't give them a free pass to make you miserable. So I do feel like you actually care about this person and they care about you. The Ten of Cups is here and you asked about family. But the Sun card with the Hermit reversed, I would say this. If you haven't already tried this yet, if there's an issue between you and this person with the Sun and the Hermit reversed, shine a light on it or bring it to this person's attention and do it in a very non-judgmental way. Stay very calm. So mentally prepare yourself to do it. Don't do it when you're angry or pissed off or whatever. just like a come to Jesus talk, right? And try your best, put the intention into it before you start that you're going to just shed light on whatever the issue or blockage is between the two of you. Because I do see they care about you, and I see that you actually care about this person with the 10 of Cups. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like that would make it worth at least putting the intention into it to try and talk to this person and shed light on whatever the issue is and see if you and them can overcome it by bringing it up and just being honest. However, if that person does not respond in a way that they're willing to work on whatever the issue is with the 4 of Cups, if they don't put the effort in to at least try and fix the problem, and you don't at least see improvement or effort, you see that they're just in one ear and out the other, then I would cut them off even if I cared about them, because I'm still going to stand on what I said. Just because someone is family doesn't give them the right to just treat you any type of way. So give them the chance, because I do feel like you care about them and they care about you. But if they're not willing to bend and work and flex and at least attempt to overcome the blockage, then I would just kind of like, if you don't see any effort, then absolutely love them from a distance. That's for anybody in your life, family or not. If you care about someone and they're still treating you in a way that you know you deserve better, and you've already brought it to their attention, then no, I would cut them off. Yes, Mark's been having family probs. But see, some people think that just because they're your family, then you got to put up with it. But actually, no. And even if you love them, some people will use that to their advantage. Oh, I know they care about me, so they're going to put up with my shit. Actually, I could care about you and never speak to you again if you're going to do me wrong. You know? I don't talk to people that much anyway. Oh, well. You're welcome, Bia. Yeah, don't let them treat you any kind of way. You can love them from a distance. Emmy in there just singing in that shower. She'd probably kill me for saying that out loud. But she don't know I said it, so. And another thing, never like take sides with a couple. Y'all talking about not taking sides? Like if a couple is arguing and you're like friends with both of them, and one of them's mad at the other when they're telling you about it, it's probably not a good idea to take sides with them, because when they make up, then you're going to be the one that still feels that way, or they're going to think about it. So it's going to get you caught up in the middle. If you're friends with both sides of the fence, don't take a side when they're getting mad. Just let it pass. This too shall pass. That's right. Just don't even comment, Lucky. That's right. Because then later on, they're going to make up and you're going to be the bad guy when you wasn't even the one that started it. Yep, because then later on when they're mad, they'll be like, well, Lucky said this. Anyway, when I was mad at you the other day, Lucky said I had all right to be mad at you because of the way you are. Now that's going to be like planted in that person's mind. So later on, they're going to be thinking about that. When them two's made up, them two nuts have already made up and they're making you the bad guy. I'm going to be y'all going to think I'm crazy. I've never watched The Godfather. People always make references to it. That shows how much TV I watch. Lord, I just dropped the whole deck. I just watch like a couple shows on repeat and that's it. Lord have mercy. Hey, Miss Bikini. Did you have a better day? A better work day at least? I'm smarter than TV. That makes me feel good. Thank you. The gutter guy came. It's still leaking, so the roof guy's coming tomorrow, and I'm not going anywhere. I cancel my plans. Even I can't run away from my problems. Oh, you got to stay there for that. I can, Mark. And that is so crazy how long you've had to wait on that. That makes me want to scream for you. I just can't understand why would it take this long. Well, that's a blessing in disguise if y'all are swamped. Have they at least all signed it or filled it out, the ones that were being difficult? I feel like there's still more challenges and obstacles before, like between now and the end of the month. The Three of Swords with the Four of Cups. This is being, dissatisfied with the outcome. Here's the Five of Wands, which is like things that you have to overcome or the people in charge of the money has to overcome. Somebody has to overcome some sort of obstacles. Let me ask about December with a different deck. And that Three of Swords is there, so that's why I feel like it's not going to be there. You said, yep, they said 4 months ago that everything is done. 4 months is plenty of time for them to let go of it. All right, we asking for December just to see. Does it look like December will be better? Hey, the Ace of Swords came out. Empress. All right, Mark, we're gonna put my reading to the test and see. Sometime in December, I feel like something's gonna happen with it. I'm going to say yes in December and no for November. That's the way I feel. Because the Ace of Swords with the Empress. All 5 cards look like a no in November. But December looks like yes. So we need to try to remember that happens. See if it works out. They definitely could have it done in 4 months. If it was just someone needing to sign and they all signed, there ain't that much paperwork involved. Mark and Ilda will pull up in the Flamingo Express with the ants and the honey and tie them to a tree. And he's been having to wait on it forever. You're welcome, Marky. It feels like a year by now. I could be wrong, like, because time is a weird thing for me, but in my mind, if I had to guess, I'd say it's been like a year. Them ants will tear your ass up if you got honey on it. 2 years. Shit. Two freaking years. Yep, you're right, Miss Bikini. I hadn't seen Ilda lately. Art for you. A good response. Will you get a good response? I hope that YouTube changes my thing back so I can have a block again, a chat box. It's some bullshit. Be nice if you could get it before Christmas, see. If you go through the proper channels, Art for you, with the Hierophant card, the proper channels, you will get some sort of response, but you're still going to feel stuck in some way. So yes and no. 6 of Wands is victory and success, so some sort of movement or some good about it, but it's not going to be your whole desire because the Chariot is the reverse, so stuck or stagnant in some way as well. So there's going to be a shift or a change, but not completely what you want. And the Empress came out, Mark, with the Ace of Swords. And I immediately thought of your mom when the Empress came out. See, 3 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles, you've been waiting. I feel like that's when it'll be there. I'm reading y'all's comments. I can't stand this dang tablet. Miss Bikini, you want an oracle message? When I cross that cheating line, smoking in that range again. If I have time, Miss Bikini. Do I got time? If she types that out, it's going to make me piss my pants. Do I got time? I know she wants one. I'm going to give her one. And then I think I'm going to get off of here even though it's only 8 o'clock because I swear it feels like it's 11. All right, Miss Bikini. The secret to happiness is the realization that life is a gift Even if sometimes we want to beat everybody up around us. The secret to happiness is the realization that life is a gift. Okay, Matt, you'll be next. I know, I can't. This time's getting me. Life is a carnival, revel in the ride. Let me see what this picture says. I feel like you're going to feel intensely relieved when all this stuff is over, Miss Bikini. The quieter you become, the more you hear. And it's got a bird in it, so that's spirit protecting you, watching out for you. Gratitude shifts your awareness, changing the world you see before you. And the bottom of the deck says, savor all the moments that you can't put into words. So just live in the moment, basically. The one I said that you're going to be relieved is this one. She had her little treasure box and she just looks like she's celebrating or she's relieved. There she goes, if I have time. You might be ahead of me, Miss Bikini, or you might be behind on the live, I'm not sure. But if you aren't and you hear me, you just rewind it a minute. All right, a general for Matt. Oh, it's okay. Maybe when the roof guy comes, everything will be fixed and you'll be good. And it might be a blessing that it's raining. I was thinking about this. You wouldn't have realized the problem if it wouldn't have rained. I did you like 3 or 4 of them, Miss Bikini. Yeah, this retrograde already pissing me off. I don't like it. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, it's good that it rained. Because you can't fix it, you know, if you didn't know. Alright. General for Matt. I agree, Dan. Everything's having like challenges and obstacles and roadblocks and extensions and breaks and come back laters and check back in 24 hours. Even at my work, it's been like that. Even our card processing machine wouldn't work yesterday. Driving me nuts. All right, Matt, you got the Queen of Wands and the 8 of Cups for a general message. I would say that you should value your own energy and be selective about who you allow in your energy. Be okay with even walking by yourself sometimes with the 8 of Cups and detaching from people if it's less than what you feel like you deserve. Don't settle for less just to have someone in your environment. Even if you have to be on your own for a little while, do it with the intention that you value yourself and that you're not going to settle for someone that doesn't treat you correctly. And if you keep that energy, then you'll eventually attract people that are meant to be there that match it. But don't just allow everybody. If someone is treating you in a way that you're settling for, just be okay with detaching from them. And you don't even have to be rude about it. Just do it because you love yourself enough, I feel like. Because even the Lovers is reversed on the bottom. So avoid, detach, or remove yourself whenever it's people that you feel like you're settling for being around them. Because the Queen of Wands values her energy. She sees her value and her worth. I know, Dan, until like the end of November, damn it. All right, Amanda says, will I get the job at MHC? You're welcome, Matt. Will Amanda get the job at MHC? Yeah, old stuff just wants to pop back up. And give us a headache. Alright, will Amanda get the job at MHC? I feel like no, and I don't know if it's because of the fact that they don't offer you the money you want. Because the 9 of Pentacles is reversed, that's why I said that. And then the 9 of Wands is here, so either no because they like don't pick you from the interviews, or no because you decide to turn down what they offer because it's less than what was originally planned or agreed upon or what you expect. Something to do with that or the timing, because Pentacles can be money or time. So I feel like no, this is not going to be the thing that you get. 4 of Pentacles is even reversed. Yeah. It might even be something that you don't accept. Tower card. You're very welcome. That'll be better, won't it, Dan, if you get someone that can come to your house? That'll be better because then you don't have to go out to appointments. I hope you do too, Amanda. Just don't give up. Just keep applying. Exactly. I would not be wanting to drive in snow and ice. Hey, Sophie girl. Sophie, you want a free question? I think I'm about to go, but I just saw you came in here, so I'm going to offer you a free question if you want it. You can have a yes or no or an oracle. All right, let's see. It seems like everybody's asking about jobs lately. That's not cool. I hope everybody gets a job so they can pay their bills. That's a scary thing. I feel you, Sophie. I know it, Matt. It feels like you're going to be stagnant during this month, Sophie, in finding a new position. Yeah. It feels like for this month, 3 of Swords and the 2 of Wands, so it feels stagnant, but don't stop applying because the Death is reversed. This is about not giving up, not letting no results deter you from knocking on doors. Just keep going. The World reversed. You're going to feel like you're in the same situation. It's just going to keep repeating all month. You're going to feel that, but don't stop applying. I feel like you'll get something if you just keep going, but I feel like you also are going to be discouraged and sad about the results of what you have applied for over the next few weeks. It feels stuck. You keep going, girl. Hey, Ivan. You're welcome, Sophie. I'm retiring in like 70 years. I'm like 97.8943% sure that your other screen name is Art for You. So tell me how good my intuition is. Come on. Tell me if it is. Am I right? Is that your other screen name? A creates 1, 2, 3. That's what my guts say. Come on, tell me if I'm right.
Give her a second, darn.
Amy said, give her a second, darn. I'm going to do Ivan, but the other one has more than one screen name. So I'm not doing it. I got blonde in my hair, but it's dye, so, I ain't got no common sense, but I got some intuition. You're welcome, Ivan. I be remembering them names. All right, the Devil card and the 5 of Cups, the Fool card in the reverse. So, you're asking about EMT school. I think that you need to take a different path in getting your funding, like a grant or like go to your community center or wherever you live or like the trade school closest to you. There has to be some way you can get this money because it's going to be disappointing and hold you back if you try just the method you're currently trying to get the money for. Does that make sense? Because the Devil card with the 5 of Cups. Okay, so there has to be a different one. Thank you, Dan. I know that person has a different screen name and they were already in here earlier tonight, so they can say that I'm being wrong or mean or hateful or whatever, but I'm not dealing with that today. Even though you're saying Klarna payments, I feel like there's something else that you can do. You said it's EMT, right? Let me look up something. All right. Hold on, I'm looking up something about this EMT. Okay, so what you need to do is whatever school that you're at, if they say only Klarna, you need to find a different school that has an eligible degree or certificate program that's Pell Grant eligible. So maybe the one you're trying to go to, like for example, if it's 30 minutes away, that one may not offer the Pell. If they're telling you at the financial aid office that Klarna is the only way you can pay for it, try to find wherever you live in your area and keep contacting the financial aid offices until you figure out which one is Pell Grant eligible. And then whenever you find that one, fill out your FAFSA form, FAFSA.gov. That's all you have to do. And then you can get assistance with your tuition for the EMT program. It may be a little bit longer of a program. It may be drawn out a little longer in the way they do it, but they will cover it, because that's how I got my son into a 4-year university. So I know there was a way. You just have to find a school that has a program that Pell Grant will cover. That's an alternative. Because I feel like it's going to be hard for you to come up with the money straight up with the devil and the 5 of cups. You're going to be disappointed, but there's another way. As my grandma used to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
A cat?
It's just a saying. Hey, Fiona. Mark said, poor kitty, Emmy. Ivan, this is what you tell them. You call the financial aid office and you say, is your and it may not be the school you want to go to or whatever. You might have to compromise on that. But then you don't have to pay out of your pocket if you need assistance. At least they got 9 lives.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Now it's 8.
That's so mean of me. That means they got 8 left.
Oh.
Proof. Why don't I like answering what? Proof. There's the 3rd screen name this person has.
Proof?
Proof.
I don't know what it's proof of, but proof?
This person is trying to act like they're gaslighting me into saying they're not the same person. Oh my God. I'm not sure if it's the Pell Grant eligible because this is school for training in only 8 months here in Chicago. So I bet you I wonder if y'all have one close by. Or if they have like a program for any kind of coverage if it's based on financial need. Maybe try a different school. I don't know. I'll just get rid of this person. I'm sorry they're bugging y'all. Yes, try another school and then ask the financial aid office. Like you just said, there was an 8-month program. It's possible that if you go through like a regular trade school, it may be a 15-month program or a 12-month or whatever. It might be drawn out more, but then you could possibly get the money for the tuition. I would keep trying because I feel like there is a way for you to be able to get grant money to at least assist you with a majority of it. I hope you had a good day, Fiona. I'm gonna go, y'all. And I hope y'all don't think I'm being mean to that girl. She's got like 5011 screen names, and she proved it when I removed her. And she came back with another one that I didn't even recognize. Exactly, Ivana, and that's being put on your heart, so I feel like there's a way to do it. All right, I love y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. And are you going live, Mark? I don't know. I'll be up in there anyway if you do. Y'all ain't worried about the hoe. I just hope y'all didn't think I was picking on her. You welcome, Ivan. All right, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna come in Marky's live. All right, I love you. Bye.